Hey y'all, welcome to a new episode of Five Star Coach, where you live a 5-star life if you take the advice. I'm Coach D, aka Venus as a boy, here with my 3 5-star tips for this week for all my 5-star ballers out there. So let's go ahead and get right into this, because we ain't gotta waste no time. Now, 5-star tip number 1, Hermit mode should be updated. I know a lot of us really get drained quick. We potentially push ourselves past our limit, and then we burn out. And when we are like burnt out, or we feel like we should go in our hermit mode, we sometimes just drop everything and just tune into ourselves. And it's just like at a certain point, you can't drop everything and just tune into yourself. Handle business and tune into yourself all at the same time. So for instance, if you posting on social media, me myself, I learned to like post and go. Especially me knowing like my hermit modes really helped me have a lot of breakthroughs. I just post and go. As soon as the post is uploaded, turn my phone off, sit it off to the side. Then I'm just staring at the wall, or I'm just doing whatever at the moment. However, post and go if you're going to be on social media. Hermit mode, like, go for, at least if you're not going to go outside, go for a walk at least. At least go outside, get some sunlight, be outside, getting like some fresh air, something. Do something for yourself that you know you still should do while you're still taking care of the internal world. Because hermit mode really comes around when it's that internal world that needs some regulation. Like mindless scrolling will always make you anxious when you are someone who is in a hermit mode and realizing like, I really don't have to be like this. I could actually be doing something. Actually, I feel drained though, but I don't want to do that. You looking at everybody while you scrolling, and it's just so much pressure. Put the phone down when you're not doing anything as far as posting, social media influencing and things like that. Put the phone down if you're not doing nothing on that phone. If you don't need to do nothing on that phone, put it down. So when you're in that hermit mode, you're not looking at anything outside of you that's telling you, oh, well, you should do this. You could make some quick money like this. Because, sometimes the hermit mode comes from many different things. And then the next thing you know, our social media is flooded with all of these videos that's like tips, hacks, and all of these things pertaining to what we are going through. And sometimes that can send you in a real deep psychosis. So we do not need none of that. So that's that, right? But with like the hermit mode being updated, your energy should always be heavily towards yourself. That's why I was saying, regardless of what's going on outside of social media, you work at a job. If you know for a fact you're in one of those, it's just one of them weeks, and you shouldn't really be entertaining too many people that much. Only person you should be talking to is your manager, is your supervisor. Other than that, tell everybody else, not today. Like literally, even your manager, after a while, after you say, if you have to speak to him or her, speak to him or her, and then after that, just let them know, like, it's not today. Like, I'm just not in that mood today. And walk away after that, too. Don't sit around and try to explain that boundary. Just walk away. Not today. And keep it pushing. It's clear communication. Clearly, not today is like, what's going on? What's actually going on deeply is nobody else's business, so you ain't got to explain none of that. However, just let it be known, not today. Go to your desk, handle your business. Go to your post, handle your business. Deal with customers, how you got to deal with them, yada, 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 boom. And that's it. And like I was saying, in time, like in the real world, when you don't want to go outside no more and enjoy life with your friends because of certain discipline things, still go outside though. See that, get some fresh air, see the sights, whatever. You don't got to go to the club, to the bar, nothing. Go to a lake, go to a park, go do something, go for a walk, get some air. However, hermit mode should be updated. Now, that's it. 5-star tip number 2 now. There's a timeline for every thought. Listen to your spirit. All thoughts can be true if you believe all of them. We shouldn't believe in most of them though. Only the ones that align with your spirit. Put all of your energy into the thoughts that align with your spiritual work, actually. So it's a million thoughts that we all have every day. And it's always something that we see on timelines and things of people saying, You shouldn't believe every thought. You shouldn't believe every thought, because if you believe in every thought, not only will you be spread out so thin, whatever you truly want on a conscious level will never happen, because subconsciously you're everywhere. You don't really have no limit. I mean, yeah, no bounds or anything, right? And of course, we always want to present ourselves as limitless beings, but in the same breath, let's also put that energy towards a specific place. Us developing ourselves, us growing ourselves. Is no limit on my growth. But all of these thoughts, hold on, because you're not a good one, you're not a good one. I don't want to listen to you, I don't want to listen to you, I don't want to listen to you. Simple as that. But there's a timeline for every thought, so just adjust yourself to that timeline. Every thought. And the thing is, recently I just had a breakthrough with like my way of thinking. I always used to think of many different ways things could happen, the good and the bad, but I learned to focus on it, the good things happening in many different ways. Instead of letting the anxiety control me, I manipulate it and make it work for me. So I will say I'm gonna get some pizza, right? And when I'm ordering my pizza, I'm thinking of the many different ways that the pizza can be made with love, care, and it's going to slap. I can think about the sauce being this, or the cheese being the right pull, or the pepperonis being the right amount, or this, and that. I can think of so many things about that pizza being good and focus there, instead of, all of the good thoughts, but what if this happened to my pizza? But what if this, what if that? All of that shit. That's another timeline that I don't want to be on. I don't want to be on that timeline. I want to be on this timeline, so let's focus on the good. It's not to say that the negative timeline does not exist. It all exists. All of the timelines exist. However, I'm going to focus my energy on a timeline that I want to come to fruition. Because why would I think about all of these bad things? I'm hungry. I want the pizza. I'm ready to eat down. And I'm in my head like, well, yeah, because this could happen. This bad thing happened. No. The cheese gonna hit. The crust gonna be good. They're gonna put the garlic in there. They're gonna give me an extra thing of garlic. I'm gonna get an extra pepper on the side. I'm gonna get this, da. Focus on the timeline of the thought that aligns with your spirit and your spiritual work. Now, with the spiritual work, are you actually doing the work? Are you doing your 360s? Are you doing your manifestations? Are you reading your rereading certain scripts that you made for yourself for the life that you want to live? Do you look back on certain times where you did things before and then they pop up in your head and then you ignite that flame for said tool, task, manifesting tip, whatever? Are you doing that? Are you believing in yourself? Is your belief system stacked up? Are you standing on your morals? Do you value yourself? Are you understanding that you are worthy of everything? Are you? If you are, good. If you're not, jump from, well, before we jump to the timeline, get deep into that spiritual work. Because everything starts on the spiritual level. So when you align at the spiritual level, everything else is going to come into fruition. So if you have one of your manifestations is to, surround yourself with love, right? But you're still uncomfortable with loving on yourself as hard as you love on other people, trying to jump to that timeline where you truly love yourself, but at the same time you're still hard on yourself. It's gonna be a big jump to jump from here over here, when all you gotta do is simply do that real work. Go deep within, go deeper within that shadow work, go deeper within that spiritual work, to get to that point where you are actually loving yourself through and through. And then the spiritual work that you have put in will allow you to jump to that timeline easily, because it's not a back and forth battle in your head about, well, I do love myself, but at the same time, no, you already there. That's what you manifesting, and you're very conscious of it. You're making sure you stay mindful. You're making sure you stay flying pretty about how you want to move, and you align there. Bottom line, there's a timeline for every thought. shift timelines according to your spiritual work. Make sure that anxiety is working in your favor, and create your own life. Be the creator of your life. All right, now, 5-star tip number 3. Channel your energy towards your hobbies and gifts. Pick up the yarn and needle, the DJ equipment, the Rubik's Cube, or have a consistent hobby to release your pent-up energy. At the end of putting in effort and energy towards something you love is clarity. If you know for a fact you are always thinking about your pottery set that you got in the corner of the house, but you don't go over and touch it, you're separating yourself from clarity. You're thinking about doing said thing to get a mental blockage breakthrough. You could be so angry about a whole bunch of things, right? It could be something frustrating you on the deepest level, and you're like literally manic about it. The moment you take your time to, one, like I said, give your energy, that anger, the frustration, whatever it is, the sadness, the energy and the effort into building something that you love, you will shift your perspective, and at the end of it, you will have clarity on why you were frustrated, why you were sad, how to get over it, how to work through it, not even get over it, how to get through it and move on from it. So always channel your energy towards your hobbies and gifts. And the gifts, because we all are gifted people. We all have gifts that we should be capitalizing on and maximizing. So in those heat of the moments, regardless of if you like at the start, like I don't want to write about it. I don't want to dance about it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Push past that. Just do it, because the breakthrough will come through and you'll realize I was about to not do something that I actually am good at, that I actually am gifted with, because of a feeling that just literally went away once I did said thing. And it went away quicker than it would had I just sat there and moped and dwelled and sat in that feeling more than I needed to. Because you don't ever need to sit in those sad feelings. You don't need to sit in no feelings at all. All you need to do, what needs to happen is releasing them. So, girl. So releasing the feelings is the main thing. That's the reason why you should be channeling your energy towards your gifts and talents and your hobbies. Because why hold on to it? Why sit on that? That's not fun. You don't want to sit on that, Vicky Lowe. Like, move on and jump into the activity. You already know that. Not even you already know. When you do it and you see how the energy is released, then you'll already know this is exactly what I need to do. This is what I need to do to regulate my emotions, to get my feelings together, to get myself together. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it every time I need to keep getting the clarity, to maintain in a state of clarity. So, 5-star tip number 3, channel your energy towards your hobbies and gifts. And now that is the end of this week's episode of the 5-Star Coach. We live a 5-star life if you take the advice. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. And I will be here next Friday with another episode. And I'll see y'all there.